Hi, everyone. Good afternoon, and welcome to our new program. So, for our new program, it's called Fhmoms Soft Skills Webinar. This is with Leigh Ann, and I'd like to introduce Leigh Ann first. No, I'm really excited with this new program because I know it will help a lot of moms in our community na matuto not just with communication skills but with other soft skills that you will be needing in order to get an online job. No, so let me introduce to you our guest speaker. Actually, she's not just a one-time na guest. She will be joining us for hopefully the rest of the year, but we will be scheduling three webinars starting this month. So, Leigh Ann Lacaba is the CEO and co-founder of Two Times You. This is a remote executive assistant service company that helps connect entrepreneurs with the right executive assistant. She created Virtual Ate as a coaching brand where she is on a mission to give more options to Filipinos to know that they can be so much more than their current situation. She wants to teach you that you can have the freedom and flexibility to build the life that you want. Leigh Ann is so much more than her title. She is a virtual ate who wants to help you be able to work from anywhere in the world doing something that you love. So let's all welcome Leigh Ann. She's not yet a mom. She's not a
Hi.
mom, and she's based in Cebu, and she's single. And yeah, Leigh Ann, maybe you can tell us about yourself na wala sa introduction ko kanina, no?
Ano ba yung something weird? I think yung weirdest na lang is survivor ako ng Yolanda. So I am in my life I've reformed my DNA to be a survivor Yolanda. That's what brought me here. And I'm really excited to do this. Yun yung naisip ko na weird fact sa akin. Yung survivor ako. Yun lang.
There's another one that you started working from home
Yeah,
at what
yeah.
age?
15 years old.
Yeah, 15 years old.
Yeah,
Still
yeah.
look 15, don't
Thank
worry.
you.
Nakakabata talaga ang ano no, ang freelancing no. And
Mhm.
what else pa ba? Actually, I really love what you're doing with virtual ate. That's why I I offered this opportunity to you. No, it's the same with what we do in FH Moms. Uh,
Mhm.
the help that you wanted to give, it's similar with our current programs. That's why I really think na what you're doing with virtual ate and in your YouTube channel. No, how many videos do you have in your YouTube channel already?
I think I have close to 40 na, if I
40.
remember
And
right.
you started when? You just started a few months ago lang eh.
Oh, kasi yung when we met, after that, I started doing one video a day.
Right,
So I ended up
right.
making 100 videos.
Wow,
And then hindi lahat
wow.
in-upload ko sa YouTube. I picked ano yung ilalagay ko sa YouTube. Most of them are on Facebook. Pero yeah, on YouTube, yung the ones nga I like, 40 lang yung nandun pa lang so far.
That's crazy kasi I was watching your videos and then may mga palit ka pa ng outfit. Can you tell us, more about the experience or yung mga hindi namin nakikita? For sure, maraming YouTubers or maraming mga content creators yung makaka-relate. But before we start your presentation, you have a presentation, but chika muna tayo ng konti. Since this is your first webinar with us, we wanted to, get to know you better.
Yeah. So ano ba? Marami akong bloopers, as in, I always upload my bloopers. I'm supposed to even upload my bloopers today, so from the last video. Kasi yung mga poses, yung mga, kasi yung ginagawa ko, I have, for example, meron akong notes, nakastick yan in front
Right.
of my camera. And then, if nakakalimutan ko, I sometimes accidentally look at my notes instead of looking at the camera when
The
I'm talking,
camera.
mga ganon. Or yung, I try to always do something weird or interesting. So, yung when I did the interview, I was thinking na
Right.
paano ba switch from parang HR CEO mode and then yung applicant na mode. Pero yung mga jacket lang yun eh. I
Oo
have
nga.
different jackets.
Interesting.
So yun, parang I always try to think of different ways to kind of keep people's attention, and then make
Mhm.
sure na you watch till the end of the video din kasi yun yung
Right.
statistics na wina-watch ko with YouTube.
Right, right. Interesting, interesting. And also maybe we can talk more about the team that you're handling or the business or the company, no?
Mm-mm. So,
So,
here in Cebu, we have an outsourcing company. Ito yung, we registered talaga with it's a Philippine corporation. We provide, yung all of the benefits that come with it. Pero everyone is still work from home. Everyone is still remote. Kaya nga, when
mhm,
this all hit, parang wala lang sa amin. Parang okay lang
right.
kami. Hindi lang kami nakaka-meet ng once a week because we only were meeting once a week in our office. Yun lang yung difference. Pero the rest, parang normal day lang.
Right.
We offer a lot of different services for different clients. We have a software company. We have also yung 2XU, yung executive assistant company. And then
Mhm.
I've been working with this company for the last 6 years. It's
Mhm.
become my baby na rin.
Right, right, right. What else pa ba? You're into writing as well, right?
Yes, yun yung start ko. I started out as a ghostwriter for a blogger when I was 15, and then naging magazine writer, magazine editor, naging
Hindi ba
journalist
nila
for a
inaano
few
yun?
months.
Hindi ba nila kino-question that you're just 15 and you'll be working
Didn't
for
tell them.
them every time? Okay, that was funny. But nakakaano na, but it's still, good to know that when you're at that age, gagawan mo ng paraan, especially if
Mm-hmm.
kailangan mo for school, kahit pambaan
Mm.
lang and stuff like that.
Yeah,
But I
yeah,
really
yeah.
hope mas maraming maging open, at least, or mas bumaba yung age ng, is that even legal in other countries? Like working na when do you know anything about it? Or
I know in the US, yung minimum age nila actually is 16. Um,
16?
yeah. And then I know naman na marami ding mga because I've been working in the circuit a lot. A lot of mommies employ their kids,
Uh-huh.
yung mga
Right.
ganon. And then since
So COO sila ng company ng parents.
so I don't think merong hard and fast rule because it is
Uh,
working digitally. I think yung parang
right.
bawal lang talaga is if you have the kid on
Yung
video.
labor.
And then
Yeah.
you have the kid on video. Yun ang pinakabawal talaga.
Correct, correct. I see, I see. Interesting. What else pa ba na interesting? How did you come up with the virtual ate na concept? It's really good. It's catchy. And then
Thank
yung
you.
abbreviation niya is VA then.
Yes.
I like it.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Paano ba yun? I actually during Freedom Summit yun na that I came up
Right.
with. I forgot paano exactly kasi I am tinatawag ko sarili ko kasi na content monster. I can create a lot of different types of content, and then part of that is making taglines. So before
Uh-huh.
Virtual Ate, I had Traveling Pygmy, which yung may traveling blog ako noon. And then yeah, I'm not sure paano ako nakaisip ng Virtual Ate. And then it was a funny coincidence na, it spells, kasi I made my own logo. When I made my logo, VA pala.
Right, right. But it suits you actually. Sobrang ganda ng branding. I must
Thank
commend you.
you.
And nagre-reflect talaga siya sa'yo. You've been very helpful. Hindi alam ng mga moms na I've been asking you a lot of things about working with a team, and then yeah, I'm thankful, Leigh Ann, for helping us with a lot of things. And now you're gonna help a lot of moms, hundreds and thousands of moms, to learn
Hmm.
about the digital space, no? And for this project, so let's talk about naman what are we gonna do for the rest of the months. So I told you now there's this recruiter na nagsabi sa amin na yung mga moms ng FH moms are good with their resume, their cover letter. However, they fail when it comes to the interview. Kahapon, we had a
Mm-mm.
successful mock interview critic. I'm not sure if you watched it, but it was successful. And I also hope na this will be a good start when it comes to soft skills training. Kasi there's
Mm.
a lot of things na dapat nilang matutunan about it, no? So hindi ko siya nako-cover lahat, and I feel na marami ka pang ma-share sa kanila and
Mm-mm.
sila na matututunan from you, no? And yeah, let's talk about that. Maybe you can share like um things na naiisip mo na gawin in the following months.
Well, I agree kasi yung what you're saying na you guys have the training with the skills pero soft skills is something that usually people don't think about training themselves in. Usually it's something na people think lang na I'll learn it on the job or I'll learn it on the fly. And sometimes it does work pero sometimes it takes a lot of your own parang willpower mo na I want to do this. I want to
Mm-hmm.
become this person. I want to make myself a little bit better. So the way na for me, like the next couple of months, the content nga I do want to put out and then help out within FH Moms is based on that. Is based on uh, being more confident with yourself. Kasi a lot of the time, when we're working online, parang weird kasi. Especially if you've never done it before. Weird na hindi mo
Yeah.
nakikita yung boss mo. Weird na hindi mo nakikita if you have workmates, then you just,
And then
leave
wala
it to
kang
do.
mapag-reportan if there's an
Oo.
issue. It will be
Walang
directly to your boss.
Oo. Walang nagwa-watch if you're just watching a YouTube video while you're working. Parang gano'n.
Correct.
Parang it's a adjustment talaga. So,
Mm-hmm.
yung what I'm hoping in the next couple of months is parang yung work through yung discipline mo, how to work like yung how to add habits, how to add um yung different things I've learned in the last almost 10 years na ako nag-work online.
Oh
Um,
my God.
24, we're the same age. 24
Yeah.
na. So yun yung what I'm hoping to be able to teach a lot of you guys is
Mm-hmm.
how to be confident while being online and also how to bring that confidence into your life to be able to yung parang magsaset ka ng boundaries with yourself, how to always be self-growing kasi walang magbibigay sa atin ng training na yung parang someone will pay you to go to Baguio for example to attend this seminar. Walang ganun eh. You have to do it yourself a lot of the time. Kaya nga I love FH Moms that you guys are doing this for a lot of women na you are giving them already the training that they need. Pero there has to be the want to learn. There has to be the need to do something about their situation. Then. So that's what's coming in the next few
Mm-hmm.
months.
Cool, cool. I like it when you say na may difference pa yung, kumbaga meron pang boundary yung mga gustong maging confident versus dun sa mga confident dati.
Mm.
However, because of situations, especially for moms na either nagkaasawa sila, nagkaanak sila, or they stop working and nagbago lahat yung buong buhay nila, no? And nakalimutan nila maging confident. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I really like that, and I really hope na mas maraming moms, mas marami tayong viewers. Actually, hindi lang moms yung meron tayo, Leigh Ann, sa group. So I also mentioned to you that there's a lot of students, young professionals, singles in our community. Nahihiya lang rin sila na mag hi or lumabas sa FH Moms kasi they feel na pang moms lang siya. But we have a lot of teenage moms as well. But I wanted to acknowledge then all the young professionals, all the students in our community na sobrang happy ako na nandito kayo. I met a lot of young women in the group, and they feel na supportive yung FH moms even though hindi sila mom, and that natututo sila with the other moms. Nakakatuwa isipin na all of us women working together, no?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, super excited kami. So we have a few minutes. Actually, how many minutes do you need, Leanne? Since this is the first time that we're doing this, we can extend naman so you don't have to worry. But how many minutes, just a heads up for our viewers, since this is a new program?
Well, I'll be covering yung soft skills. I think maybe 30 to 45 minutes.
Yeah, sure.
It
So
depends on how kasi sometimes I talk too fast. So people, if
I
I talk too
know.
fast, let me know.
Sige,
So
pipigilan ka namin. But I'll be in the backstage, but we still have a lot of time. So if you need 30 minutes of your time or 40, just go, and then we will have a Q&A after. So if you want to answer the questions in the comments, feel free to do so. But if you want, we can answer it later together. No, I'll help you with that. So for this first episode, it's gonna be you lang, but for
mm,
the succeeding months, uh, it's me and you, diba, right now. But sa mga susunod, it's gonna be you lang. So feel free na, I mean, welcome ka sa FH Moms, and then sana maging comfortable ka doing this webinar, no, kahit mag-isa ka lang. So yeah,
kakayanin.
we welcome you sa FH Moms family. We're happy to have you in
Happy
this
to be
new
here.
program. It's all yours, no? So yeah, go ahead.
What do you mean? Okay, so start lang.
Sure,
Shock
go
ako.
ahead.
Okay, so switching. So I have all of you guys on my phone, so I'll be able to see you then. If you guys have any questions, I want this to be participative, kasi again, not a lot of people talk about soft skills. Not a lot of people teach soft skills. Kung meron man, one of you guys commented yung VPO, it's a separate training, and it's true. So I really want to dive into this. Uh, I've been managing so many people in the last few years, and this is something that if I was going to hire, because I'm also like the one who's taking care of the hiring in our company. These are the skills na if you guys had this, I would be like, okay, yes, I want you, I want to hire you. So again, I'm Lai Lacaba. I'm the virtual ate. You guys can find me in all of those. I have the same usernames for everything except for YouTube. Meron akong VA as in virtual ate in the end. I have been doing this in the last 10 years. I've also been coaching a lot of different people in the last year lang because I started as a virtual ate last year. And then I have a almost 40-person company here in Cebu we run. We have 3 different companies. We have a book publishing company. We have a um, yung EA or executive assistant company, and we have the software company. So I hope you guys will be able to enjoy this and you'll be able to learn from this. And then I'm going to start with the bonus. So a lot of people, EAN yung bonus, but I want to start with the bonus na tip na ibibigay ko sa inyo. So it's called the teachability index. So this is a tried and tested na talaga so many times na key to success if you guys want to really succeed in whatever venture that you guys are doing, whether you're starting to work from home, you want to do this bigger, you want to start your own business or your agency. Teachability index is basically the mix of willingness to learn and willingness to take action is equal to success. So it is a multiplier. So the reason na ito ay multiplier is because it has to be one or the other. So bigyan ko na ng example. So if you had 10 na willingness to learn and then 10 to action, you have 100%. You can perform at 100%. If you only have 10 to learn, like gusto niyo talaga malaman lahat-lahat pero you're not willing to take action, 0 pa rin siya. And if you only have 5 to action, 5 to learn, 25 lang. So can I ask you guys, if okay lang for the next 30 minutes to 45, can I ask you guys for a 10 and 10 in your learning and your action? Is that okay? Okay lang ba yan sa inyo? Kasi a lot of the time, we really want to learn something. We consume a course, especially ngayon na maraming free courses out there ngayon. Digital marketer just put almost all of their certifications for free. We learn, pero we don't actually take action. We don't actually put into practice the things that we learned, the things that we saw or took over with the certification that we got. So can I ask you guys for 10 and 10 to be able to make sure that you guys actually get this, to make sure that you guys are actually able to digest this and then be able to learn all of these soft skills and be able to take action afterwards, not just have this something as you guys forget after the live or something that you just watch the replay again later and then parang wala lang. Is that okay? So I'm gonna look. Yes, I'm getting a lot of yeses. Yay! Awesome. Okay, so to start, a lot of the time people always think it's skills first and then character. But for me and then the employers that I've worked with, a lot of the business people I work with, it's always character over skills. Kasi character, you can have it in any job. You can apply, discipline, you can apply self-motivation into any job. Skills is more specific lang. So for example, for me, I've been a writer. Yun lang, I can only be a writer for people. That's a service that I can give people. That's a skill that I can give people. But character, I could be a writer, I could be a video editor, I could be a CEO of a whole company, and I could still bring that kind of skill, that kind of soft skill into becoming who I want to be and becoming the person that I have to be able to be, to reach the goal that I really want to. So yun yung reason why MK wanted this so much is you guys need this. It's not just about learning what's the next social media skill or learning about how the next hot tip on how to edit videos better. It's also about being able to look at yourself and then see how else you can improve, how else you can be better. So to be clear, you don't have to have all of these soft skills pala. So I want this to be clear now. You don't have to make this list and then have to be perfect. I don't have all of these soft skills myself. I have a little bit of them. I have little bits of them. And then I just make sure I check with myself. I check, am I this person? If not, then what can I do to improve? So I just want to make sure that that's super clear, that you don't have to have all of the soft skills I'm about to talk about. Okay, so why is character important for getting a job? One is, you can learn skills easily. You can take a course and then in the next 3 hours you're good. But character is developed throughout life. It's developed through the problems that you guys get. It's developed through the things that you guys stumble upon of like, oh, this is a better way of doing it. This is another faster way of doing it. So character talaga, yun you guys will see, especially you guys, for the moms, you guys are teaching your kids right now their character of the person that they're going to be. So it's really important to know what are the different characteristics that you actually want to intentionally show into the world. Hindi lang na ano yung default mo. You want to be more intentional about it. You can be the most skilled applicant, but if you don't have the right attitude or character, you're not gonna get hired. I have had this so many times. Before, when I was the one hiring for our book editors for yung book publishing kami namin, we would have like people who perfect yung grammar nila, they have experience with how to edit books, they have experience kung how to talk to authors, pero they had the habit of complaining, they had the habit of not thinking outside the box. They had the habit of the things that I'll go over. They didn't have the right soft skills to be able to stick inside our company in the long run. Kasi the way that we've built our company is we're very much soft skills leaning. So again, someone could be the most skilled applicant coming to us, but if they don't have the right attitude, the right character, wala pa rin. They're not gonna get hired. And then skills can always be outdated. A lot of people are always, for example, Facebook ads. Facebook ads is always changing. There's always going to be a new thing to do. There's always going to be a faster way to do it. But being someone with good character never goes out of demand. It's always something na, if you have this and you keep developing yourself, you keep checking with yourself that it is something that you can do, then you have it forever. You can have it until ano mo yung mangyari sa'yo. You have it, and then you're also able to be a role model for other people as well. So I'm going to start covering the top 10 soft skills that you need to have to get long-term clients. So ito yung pinaka-goal mo, is whether you're going to have your own business, whether you're going to have, you want to get clients na full-time, yun lang talaga, it's the people that you're going to be working with, you're going to be building a business with. For example, sa akin, when I started out in this company, I was a book editor. Pero I really liked my boss, Tom. I really liked being in a place na he lets me do this stuff. Like he's okay with me teaching, he's okay with me being able to flex and see where else I can bring my skills. So for me, I want to be long-term here. I want to build this business with them, and I have. That's why we started different businesses. So these are the top 10 soft skills nga. If you guys want to be able to find a boss that you would really want to stay with, you want to stick with like for a long time and maybe start businesses with them, or if you want to start businesses as well, these are the soft skills that you guys will need. Okay, so first is yung, papos lang ako kasi parang inunuho na ako. I just have a really big water bottle. Okay, so this is yung pinaka-top na you guys really wanted, is written and voice communication skills. Kaya I put this right there, yung first talaga na soft skill. So I'm going to go over the uses. So if you have this skill, you will be able to do video calls better, be able to do presentations like this, doing Facebook Lives with different groups, or you'll be able to better write reports, because writing reports, if you're going to be someone who is giving hey, this is what happened this week, having the right written communication skills, or even yung spoken or yung voice communication skills, will help you be more effective in putting your ideas across, and putting when you're reporting, when you're giving this is what happened this week, it flows so much better. Writing emails, and then of course public speaking. I know a lot of you would like to also have this, and it's such a great skill to have. That's the biggest skill that I look up with MK, because she's amazing at this, and I just started this last year. You'll be better with negotiation, with asking maybe for a raise, asking for promotion, or whether you're just negotiating your own pay. With having the right written and voice communication skills, you can have that. And then delegating and monitoring tasks. So eventually, once you get a team, or you're able to work with other people within the company that you have, having the right skill, having this communication skills is helpful because it will be more successful when you're again delegating, you're giving other people tasks, when you're seeing where a project is going. And then lastly, it's just better conflict resolution. It's easier for you to see, let's say, merong, ay sorry, merong si team A at si team B nag-aaway sila. What if you have a good written and just communication skills, it's easier for you to mediate, like, okay, ano yung problema, anong sinabi mo, anong sinabi niya, anong ginawa. So it's having the right communication skills help that. So to start, kasi I want to cover lang the basics lang. I don't want to super dive in kasi this could be longer, so much longer. So to start, yung bibigay ko lang yung tips. So every skill that I go through, I just give tips right now that you guys can do to become better at this skill. So first is listen. Communication skill, it's not about talking, it's about listening. It's about seeing if that person is actually someone who can digest what you're trying to say, seeing if that person is getting what it is that you're trying to put across. So you want to listen, you want to see talaga yung full picture. Hindi na push ka lang kung ano yung idea mo. Listening is part of that. Being able to actually hear them and not holding your idea in the back of your head. Kasi yun yung nangyayari kasi sometimes when we're trying to communicate something and then someone interrupts us. Ay, wait. I want to add something. Parang hold mo lang, di ba, yung idea in your head. So you want to try to actually fully listen, be in the moment, and then listen to them and see if there's anything else that you can add and like help them out. Kasi let's say may magsasabi sa'yo na, you're doing a presentation on, I'll make this very simple, addition. Sabihin mo, 2 plus 2 is equal to 4, and then all of them mag-raise, wait, hindi ba 2 plus 1? Hindi pa, parang kino-correct ka ba? If you steamroll over them, if you don't recognize what they said, or if you don't help them out, that's not being a good communicator. So really big part of being a good communicator is listening without waiting for the turn that it's your time to talk. Okay, so when you're communicating, have clarity. Communicate around an endpoint. So you always want to talk around the meron kang point at the end. So for example, when I was talking about listening, it's always about yung sinabi ko na last. It's always about actually listening without having the want to or waiting for your turn to talk. It's repeating back what they said. So again, it goes back to being a good listener is you have to be able to repeat back what they just said to you. If someone's giving you a task, if someone is giving you feedback, if someone is giving you or just talking to you or just relate lang sila ng problem sa'yo, if you're able to repeat back ano yung sinabi nila, it's better for communication kasi there's clarity. You're able to make sure na yung nagets mo, yun yung meaning niya. So try to, these are tips na you guys can do right away. So the next time you have like a meeting, you have an interview, or you're doing just a live call or with someone, repeat back if there's something na parang hindi clear for you. Again, goes back to listening. So when you repeat back, parang to the person, they feel heard, first of all. And then, of course, if merong weird na miscommunication, meron palang, oh, no, I meant this. I meant to say this. It's easier na yun pa lang kaysa you wrote out a whole email writing writing out what you think they said and then wrong pala. So yun yung isang communication tip. If you want to repeat back what they said para they see how you understand it, how you receive it, and then you also have clarity back and forth. Wrap up meetings with check on to-dos. So if you have you're doing a task evaluation meeting, blah, 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 it's fast-paced, blah, 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 yun. At the end, if you can't always repeat back what they said, at least have a list and say, oh, before we end, can you make sure that these are the to-do lists? These are our agreements of what has to be done. I'm supposed to do A, you're supposed to do B. After you do B, I'm going to do C. So parang it's related to 3, which is repeating back what they said, but it's important when you're doing meetings, when you're doing meetings na you have a list of ano ba yung what's next na I can do for this person, or what we can do for each other, na meron kayong agreement of what is supposed to be happening next. 5 is join Toastmasters. So if you guys really want to be better in your communication skills, I started joining Toastmasters in 2015. Yun yung first na taste ko with public speaking. Before that, I was such an introvert na I thought writing was the only thing I could do. So joining Toastmasters just helps you gain confidence. You can do speeches every other week, and then practice a lot. It's you can only be a better communicator if you actually communicate. And that's with everything, everything in life, with all of the other skills, is you have to practice a lot and actually see ano yung limits mo, ano yung kaya mong gawin. So for example, let's say hindi mo kaya gawin tong doing presentations like this. Okay lang, that's fine. You don't have to be everything for everyone. So practice lang to see what are your limits, what are you going to be best at, what are the things that you want to break then. So again, if you're not good at presenting, is that something you want to break? Is that something you want to be better at? Is that something that gusto mong sabihin mo sa sarili mo, no, I will learn this, I will get this. So yun yung communication skills. Let me know if you guys have any questions on this. I'll be more than happy to go through them. And then next one is time management skills. So you guys probably have heard interview questions. Okay, yeah, what's your time management skills? Can you be able to handle working from home, and how will be able to handle, if I change your schedule in that way? So time management skills, the uses of this, if you guys have this, is you can become a more effective employee. You're hitting deadlines. You're able to actually manage your time and other people's time as well. It trains you to be a manager. So what I just said, it helps train you to be able to handle other people, to be able to handle once you have a team underneath you, or even just working with your coworkers. It trains you to be a manager or a leader, and helps you prioritize projects. Of course, okay, you're managing which one to focus on. Again, handling deadlines, you're able to handle deadlines better, and then develops discipline. So a lot of the time, like ako, when people ask me, what should I do first if I want to try to work from home? First question ko is, do you have the discipline? Do you have the discipline to actually get up and work and not watch Netflix or YouTube or mag-binge ka lang ng something else? Do you have the actual discipline to tell yourself, hey, I have to work, I have to finish this project? So having the time management skills helps you develop that, of developing the discipline of being able to get yourself up even when you don't want to. So yung tips on how to have better time management skills is, first is work in time blocks. So for me, time blocks is, let's say I have 4 different projects right now. Meron akong project na we are launching a course how to do outsourcing. So the other way around that MK usually teaches. So we have a course on how to outsource. We have the executive assistant business. I have virtual ate, ito. And then I also have general na, I call it CEO tasks. So general na managing the company, managing the people, managing the managers. So I have 4 different projects. So every day, yung ginagawa ko, tina-time block ko sila. So in the morning, yung start ko, yung first time block ko, which is around 9 to 10 a.m. if wala akong calls, I will do all of my emails. I'll go through all of my to-dos. Yung time block ko, parang random lang siya. Parang wala pa akong set. Kasi yung ginagawa ko lang, I'm trying to get all of the information so I can actually do time blocks. And then schedule ko na, okay, from 10 to 11, I'm going to be working on the executive assistant business. From lalunch ako, so I'm gonna say 11:30 to 1, I'm gonna eat kasi yun ang only meal a day ko kasi I'm doing 1 meal a day. And then from 1 to 2, start ako ng yung outsourcing course. From break ako 2 to 3, I could be watching Netflix, I could be playing Sims 4, ano lang yung trip ko, or I could be reading a book. So I also schedule in yung breaks ko, and then from 4 to 5, I'll work on virtual ate, and then at night, kasi usually merong mga reports na coming in, merong mga emails, at night, pag 5 to 6 or to 7, I'll be working on like the CEO tasks, and then afterwards, if I still have time, again, this is a day if wala akong calls, if I'm not doing these, then onwards at night, I usually do focus on virtual ate more. So yung siningit ko in the day na parang virtual ate, just to reply to people if they're asking questions, yun lang yung sinisingit ko. And then at night, usually until at the end of the day, which is usually 10 p.m. for me, yun yung focus ko. So I do time blocks talaga kasi it's easier for me to manage my time if I do it that way.
Hi,
So
Leigh Ann. Sorry to yeah. We hear static on your end, so it
nararap
might be because of your
yung mic.
heads. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Please. I'm not
Is that
sure what's
better?
happening. Right. Okay na siya.
Yun. Okay.
Cool.
Nararap lang siya sa dress ko. Sorry.
All right.
Thank
All
you.
right. Sige, go ahead. Proceed.
Okay. um, so part of building your time management skills is reassessing your projects every week. Yung sa akin, I slot parang 1 day a week. I always check ano ba yung project ko. Is this something that's still moving forward? Is this something that I still want to do? I reassess tasks every week. So again, that's the reason why number 1 talaga yung time blocks. kasi nakikita mo everything that you're doing. So I reassess the tasks related to those projects. You document the things that you've accomplished. So having a to-do list, it could be a physical to-do list, it could be through different tools, online tools that you have, but being able to see ano yung na-accomplish mo and how long it took you to do that gives you a better data or feedback of how you can do this better for the next weekend. And then prioritize projects based on what you need to do and what you shouldn't be doing. So I'm not sure if you guys have come across this. This is called the Eisenhower matrix. So this is my favorite thing to go through when I'm trying to assess my projects and tasks. So we have parang it's a quadrant na merong important, merong urgent, and then not important. So makikita nyo when you're going through your tasks, you actually wanna categorize them in that way. Kasi parang ginagawa mo, para for me, ito yung ginagamit ko when I wanna prioritize and see ano yung unahin ko. So urgent and important, that means tomorrow or in the next hour, I have to finish this. So this is the first thing that to do. Kaya nga nakalagay yan, do. If it's important pero not urgent, next week pa, next month pa, next year pa, you have to be able to set a plan of when you're going to check on this, of when you're going to see if this is still something you want to do, because it's you logged it as important. Not important and then urgent, usually you want to delegate. If it's not important to you want to give it to someone else who can get it done. So for example, for me, I'm lucky na I have a personal assistant who helps me run around usually here in Cebu, who helps me manage yung different government papers, for example, that we have to pass as an example. So yun yung kasi usual times na really urgent pero I can't do it myself. So I delegate it, I give it to someone else. And then lastly, yun yung not urgent and not important, which are the things that you have to eliminate. You have to either put them somewhere in the other categories or you just delete it altogether from your list. Kasi sometimes there are times when we do that. We put something on our to-do list na, I'll do that later, and then of course, aabot yung time na, I actually don't want to do this. It's not actually urgent, it's not anything that I want to do. So I do that sometimes with when I get courses or when I get the free PDFs. Inalagay ko lang sa to-do list ko, I will read this. And then it comes to the time, wait, this has been on my list for a month, i-delete ko na to. So do that assessment because then that helps you with your time management and making sure you're guarding your time. Next is creativity skills. So creativity is not something that usually comes natural to a person, but it's something that you can develop. So the uses is you can create products from scratch. You can create anything from scratch, basically. I just use products as a physical thing that you guys are familiar thing and you guys can do. You can find shortcuts to help finish tasks faster. Because when you're creative, you are able to see things differently. You're not always seeing things step by step. Kasi you want to skip like, oh, parang pwede naman hindi ko gawin to. I can maybe skip step B, which is go to C. Parang ganon. And it keeps you learning for life. Kasi when you're creative, again, you're always thinking somewhere else. You're always thinking of a shortcut. You're always thinking of something else, something new to do. So tips dito, how you can develop your creativity skills is look at how others do it. Find mentors, find people that you follow. If you want to be, for example, a better writer, find writers so you can see how they're doing. If you want to be a vlogger, maybe follow me, maybe not. But you can look at my other videos, how I started very awkward. And then, of course, eventually I was able to develop my own communication skills. And then that brought me here. So look at mentors, look at how others do it. Success always leaves clues. Keep that in mind. With all of the skills I'm going through, keep in mind that success leaves clues. There's always going to be someone that you can follow. There's always going to be someone who can give you the shortcuts that they had to learn the hard way. To have creativity skill, you have to be open to other possibility. You have to experiment on what you're doing to see if there's a better way. So yun yung sinasabi ko, when you want to be creative, you're not always doing step by step. You want to see if there's a better way to do it, there's a faster way to do it, and if there's a step na you can eliminate, there's a step na you can maybe add, but it actually makes everything faster. And then find the fun. So this is something that if you're someone who thinks that they're not creative at all, find the fun in weird situations. So if you're traveling and parang bored na bored ka, you're on a bus. Imagine na lang wala nang quarantine. Imagine you're on a bus. You've been there for so long. Find the fun in things. So it's playing a game. It's bringing books with you. It's finding a way to make the best out of a situation. That's how you can develop your creativity skill. And then choose the content you consume. This is so important. Not a lot of people neglect this talaga. Yung choosing the content that they consume. Yung Facebook kasi, pag open natin, nandun lahat, scroll na lang tayo. Pero for me, I specifically choose the people I follow. So for example, I have very long time ago, unfollowed any news, any news na page. In-unfollow ko na yan because I don't want to have that in my head. My YouTube is very specific yung people na nandun sa top notifications ko, the people I actually want to follow. So be intentional about the content that you take in. Kasi ano yung tinitake mo na content, for sure, lalabas yan eh. So, if you want to develop your creativity skills, you have to choose the content that you are allowing into your brain, into your life then. Um, Next is problem solving skills. So again, this is another question usually that comes up in an interview. I've asked this question: what are your problem solving skills? How do you come across when you come across a problem? How do you are able to get over it or get over the hump? So the uses for this, of course, it helps you figure things out on your own. So you don't have to always depend on someone else to help you figure something out if it's urgent or if it's something that's a part of your life. You can easily create solutions to problems that come up a lot, and then it enables you to take control of the situation. It gives you a little bit more power of like, yes, I can figure this out. I can do this. So tips is don't complain. So one of the rules within our own company is, and I say this during interviews talaga, is I tell employees, I'm usually a very lax boss. I'm not strict. I don't check on you. I don't micromanage. But I have only like three strict rules, and one of them I say don't complain. This does not mean na you can't say a problem. This does not mean that you can't say if you're having a bad day. This does not mean that you can't say something if something bad is happening. What I mean with don't complain is if there's a problem, approach it with knowing or with a solution that you want to give out. So complaining, I would define complaining as, let's say, mainit sa labas. It's always mainit. You can't really control that unless you go into an aircon. So parang ganun. When you complain kasi, you're adding more negativity into the space, into the universe. So if you want to be a problem solver, you have to switch that part of your brain. I would recommend pala, I didn't put it in this slide, I forgot, pero one person I recommend if you want to learn more about this is you just search complaint-free world on YouTube. There's a 30-minute video that talks about this, of the different types of complaining and how to actually get over that. Because if you want to be a problem solver, ito yung pinaka-first talaga you have to remove from yourself. And for us Filipinos kasi, we see so many TV, we see movies na parang normal lang yung mag-complain, normal lang na, you complain about your husband, you complain about your kids. Pero if you want to be a problem solver, if you want to be able to switch to that of solving a problem, you have to always approach things with a solution, not a problem. Learn the habit of researching. So almost everyone in my family knows that if they ask me something and I don't know, I will go to Google. Google is my friend. Yun yung tagline ko sometimes in our house. If they say, ate, alam mo ano to? I'm like, wait, search. It means blah, 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 blah. So yun yung automatic parang wire na in my head na if there's something I don't know, if a word I don't understand, if there's something that happened that I don't know fully, like for example, if there's a fire going on and I'm curious if they know ano yung cause, I will just go on Google and search it. Kasi most of the things in your life that you're going through, there's probably someone else who already went through it and also has a solution. So it might not be a solution directly to your problem, but it will help you get that perspective then. So learn the habit of researching. I-Google mo yan. It's there. It's somewhere in the internet, there's someone willing to help. Learn to pause. So I'm gonna pause. Kasi inuuhaw na ako. So I hope you guys are enjoying. Ayun na, nakita ko na mabilis po magsalita. Parang naka 1.2 speed. Sorry. Ito na, kaya lang po-pause na ako. So, learning to pause is the parang difference between reacting and responding. So when you have a problem in front of you, and then you are just going to rush through it, you're not taking the pause to see how everything is, then it's harder for you to actually find a solution. Yung gagawin mo na lang is the next best thing, which is usually if it's an actual urgent thing is good. Pero if it's a problem, a bigger problem, it affects more people. Learn to pause, learn to take a moment and see it's not the end of the world. If it is, then you would know. You would have other problems to go with. So learn to pause when you're trying to solve a problem. Yeah, yun yung sinasabi ko, respond versus react. You want to respond to something. You want to intentionally, okay, this is the solution. This is the one. Hindi na usually na-react tayo na we're rushing into it. So, if you are, maybe yung weird na example. Let's say, ayoko sad. Yung naiisip ko lang yung let's say your dog gets hit or something, pero ayoko nun. Okay, let's say na may nahulog yung milk. Naka-glass, and then it fell because na-hit siya ng pet mo, na-hit siya ng kid, or someone just accidentally bumped it talaga. When yung react, if you don't have the pause, gagalit ka, you scream at them, bakit mo hinulog? Pero they didn't do it on purpose. So you pause, and you're like, okay, kunin mo yung mop, kunin mo yung dustpan, make sure na you guys are wearing slippers. Yun yung difference between responding and reacting, is you have that pause of like, wait, think it's true, they didn't do it on purpose, na bump lang ng elbow, or na hit lang ng dog because it was running around. They actually don't know what they're doing. So that's the difference between responding and reacting. It's thinking things through, even not, it's just basically not reacting right away, not getting mad, not screaming at them to clean this, clean that. It's actually, okay, no, you didn't mean that. Get the mop, kunin mo yung broom, let's clean this. And then take action. A lot of people have paralysis when they have too many solutions. And then if you take action right away, and it goes back to yung teachability index earlier. Now you can learn a lot of different things, but if you don't take action, wala pa rin gamit. You can solve the world's biggest problems, but if you don't actually take action, wala pa rin. Next is teamwork skills. So if you have teamwork skills, of course, it's easier to work with other people. These are gonna be yung parang mga self-explanatory. I won't deep dive a lot. So of course, if you have teamwork skills, it's easier to work with other people, and it's easier to hit company goals. So it's easier to have synergy with different people. It's easier to get na this is supposed to be your responsibility, this is my responsibility. Parang ganon. So the tips to have better teamwork skills is get to know your team. Get to know your team beyond work, beyond ano nakikita nyo lang sa Zoom link. So you can stalk them. I sometimes do that. If meron kaming incoming na applicant, I sinostalk ko talaga because I want to learn more about what they post. Because usually how one person does one thing is how they do everything. So if let's say na-find ko sa Facebook nila that they complain about their old boss, I'm like, wait, no, I might not hire you. So yun yung ginagawa ko with myself na I stalk people before they're coming into our company. So have clarity and boundaries with tasks. So a lot of the time, pag sinasabi mo na dalawa kayong co-head, usually mag-aaway talaga kayo. You need to have a clarity kung sino yung responsible dito, sino yung supposed to take care or move this forward. So have clarity and boundaries talaga. It's so important. Not a lot of people think about it, especially if you're new. It's awkward. Parang awkward kasi usually when we're new, we expect nga yung lahat na tasks na they don't want to do, they're giving it to you. Pero if let's say na you were hired to video edit, and then they threw, hey, can you do video marketing as well? But you don't have the skill. You don't have to always say yes. You can say, oh, I actually don't know how to do that. If this is something you want me to do, can you give me a little bit of training? Can you give me a little bit of background? Is this something that I'll be doing moving forward? So parang ganun, having the boundary nga, not always saying yes to it. So ask and give feedback. So I'm gonna have a couple of recommendations for books that you guys can study. I've studied so many books on soft skills then, because that's part of our company training is everyone goes through soft skills. So ask and give effective feedback. So it's not just yelling at someone that they did something wrong. It's not just yelling for someone for having one grammatical errors. It's being able to give effective feedback that they will actually take into heart. So it's not attacking person. You're not attacking anything. You're just trying to correct or redirect a person's wrongdoing or giving them praise. That's another thing that people don't really think about when it comes to teamwork skills. It's also about giving someone praise for doing something right. So just keep that in mind. It's asking also, how can I help? A lot of the times, like you have experienced it then, parang you're too shy to ask for help kasi you think you're supposed to be self-sustaining. You think you're supposed to be just in your own corner. But when when someone else reaches out, like, hey, can I help you? Can I do something for you? It feels good, diba? So you can do the same thing with people. You can offer, hey, is there anything I can do to help you right now? Are you overwhelmed? So parang ganun na mga checks lang with the people that you work with. Be aware of people's lives outside of work. That's really more parang mas diin siya with when you work from home. Because you have to be aware that they have kids, that they have responsibilities, that they have to juggle, be working from home. Kasi when you're in office, nasa office ka lang eh. Parang you're surrounded by people who you work with. Walang masyadong distractions. Pero when you're working from home, you have to keep that in mind that this person cannot probably reply to you ASAP, probably will reply to you tomorrow. So that was teamwork skills. Adaptability skills naman is, of course, ito yung pinaka time na if you don't have this skill of being able to adapt, it will be so hard for you. So uses, if you have an adaptability skill, is, again, the world can shift fast. Being able to shift with it is valuable. So a lot of businesses right now had to shift really fast how to have everything remote. So that's why a lot of you guys have a lot of more opportunities. I can see, because a lot of these businesses have to shift. Yung hindi naka-shift, nag-close sila, or they had to pause their business. A big example is, sadly, yung there's a building right beside us na mag-open sana this April. And of course, they've spent, I think, 1 year, 2 years sila na they've been building kasi I've been watching kasi nandun na yung balcony namin. And of course, they had to close their business kasi wala eh. They can't shift. So if you're able to shift with the world, then it's better. And then keeping in mind that often you have to wear multiple hats. For me, the most hats that I wore as a CEO, kasi merong time in our company na I was bookkeeper, I was marketer, I was someone who's also creating marketing graphics, I was someone who was checking our yung pinopost namin yung grammar. Kasi sometimes that has to happen kasi people leave companies or you have to let go of someone. You have to be flexible enough to know that you have to wear multiple hats in different times of the business or the job that you have. And you can only grow if you keep moving. So again, self-explanatory. I don't think I don't have to go into it. So tips on to be more adaptable is be curious. See, look around outside of the world that you're living in. Look around or look beyond lang kung ano yung nakikita mo in front of you. So try do different things because then you can see that there are other possibilities, that there are other ways to live life. You were curious enough to learn how to work from home. That's powerful. That's great because you were able to shift. You were able to adapt. I know a lot of you were, took a maternity leave and then didn't go back to work. Then you were able to shift to working from home. That's being curious. You guys were curious enough to learn how to work from home, and it was even possible. And a big part about being more adaptable is know your worth, but put ego aside. Yun yung sinasabi ko with wearing multiple hats sometimes in a business or when you're working is you could be the smartest person in the room, pero if you have an ego about, oh, this is not my job, I'm not supposed to be doing this. This is not what. Yung you see yourself as too high na you're not willing to do the small stuff to be able to move things forward. That's not being adaptable. You have to keep that in mind that if you are a person who wants to keep growing, if you're someone who wants to shift with the world, it's good that you know where you're worth, but put ego aside. Have yung boss ko si Tom. He always says I have no ego, and it's true. He can be someone who is willing to wash dishes in the office sometimes. He's also sometimes who is the person who handles all of our financials. So you have to keep that in mind if you want to be an adaptable person, is know your worth, but put ego aside. Another tip is try something new every quarter. I did yung 2018, yung year, I did a new skill every month. So I know chatbot marketing, I know Facebook marketing, I know video editing now more so. I know copywriting, which has always been my passion naman din. So I took it upon myself na yung year na 2018 was the year of learning, and I did learn so many things. This is why I'm able to teach you guys. So try to learn something new every quarter because then you're being curious and you're seeing what else is out there. Study and learn, again, parang repetitive lang, pero I want to make sure na it's something that sticks with you guys. And again, teachability index, it's willingness to learn and willingness to take action. Be persistent, change the plan, not the goal. Ito talaga. If you want to be someone who's easily adaptable, change the plan, pero not the actual end goal mo in life. So for me, I have had to change the plan so many times. I thought, kasi for example, yung goal ko is to get to New York, to build a business in New York na outsources to the Philippines. Yung ultimate goal ko. So I had to change that so many times kasi I thought I was going to do that with the publishing company, and then I got bored. So I changed the plan again. So you have to be able to be adaptable or to be able to be flexible. You have to know that you can change the plan, but not the goal. Keep in mind the goal, unless you're assessing and then it's not actually right for you. And then be resourceful. I don't I don't really have to explain this one kasi being resourceful is ano ba yan? The funniest example I think I can give is I did a live a month ago where I was making 50 things they can do during the quarantine. And then naubusan ako ng space sa board. I had to like wait, I can only fit 30 here. Ano ba yung what will I do with the rest? So yung ginawa ko is I got Post-its and then doon ko sinulat yung ibang tips. So be resourceful. Think that there's always another way to do it. Think that there's always a shortcut. Think there's always a that someone else also thought of a better way to do it. Next is self-confidence skills. So ito, I know a lot of you guys really want this because I also, if I was starting out, this is something that I would have really loved also to have learned right away. So of course, uses for having the self-confidence is all other skills above everything that I just taught you guys is easier to implement if you have self-confidence. Yung communication skills, yung being adaptable, yung being a problem solver, it's easier when you have self-confidence. You are able to ask questions and put forth solutions easier to the team. You are able to know your worth and what you can do, and you are able to take initiative. So ito yung, for me, if I have an employee, and I have lots of them, luckily, who take initiative, it shows me that they're confident enough to put up solutions. They're confident enough to use their voice and actually tell me if there's a problem, if there's something wrong. I love it when people tell me I'm wrong. Sometimes if it's actually wrong, hindi lang na because it's a belief of theirs. I love it when an employee tells me like, Miss Leigh, it's like it's not right. It says na I think we can do this better. So if you take initiative, if you have that self confidence, this is something you can do within the people that you work with. So tips: have a goal. You can't really be self confident if you don't have parang yung the ground to stand on. So have a goal, have a base, have the thing that you're moving towards. Now you're not just someone who's just going through life on auto mode. So have a goal. Know where else you can contribute in the business. So yung tips ko when people ask me, how can I ask for a raise? How can I get a promotion? Know, see where else in the business nga you are working for, you can contribute. Kasi that builds up your self-confidence and say, oh, I can do that. Yes, I can learn that. And of course, not in a egotistic way, in a way nga you are willing to learn, you are willing to take action. Take rejections. So ito yung pinaka, I fear rejections pa rin. I'm so awkward when people say no to me. Pero of course, I just accept it. Paano naman magagawa? Pero if you want to build your self-confidence, you have to learn how to take rejections. You have to learn that not everyone in life will agree with what you say. Not everyone in life will say yes to what you have proposed to them. So keep that in mind. Next is to have self-confidence, you have to take care of yourself. If you don't have self-respect, wala kang self-confidence. It's parang 1 plus 1 lang yan eh. If you don't take care of yourself, you don't see yourself as an actual person, it's hard for you to show up as a person. So you have to take care of yourself. Set personal boundaries. That's part of taking care of yourself. If di mo kaya, then don't even think about it. Or if it's something na it would be hard for you, you can say no. Know that you can say no. That's part of having self-confidence is knowing that you can say no. And then reflect often. So journal, write on have daily journal. You're processing yourself. You're reflecting. See if parang part lang kanina yung if you wanna do time management is looking at the project that you're doing, if it's making you happy, if it's actually the thing that you actually want to keep doing, because the world is so abundant. The world is so big and has so many possibilities that if it's something that you're not happy with, if it's a job that you're not happy with, if it's a boss that you're not happy with, there will be other possibilities for you. So that's why you want to reflect if this is something, if the job that you have is becoming toxic, maybe if it's something that you're not happy with, or if it's something that you keep want to pushing because you're happy with, they're helping you grow. So you want to reflect, appreciate the things that you have, and that's how you build self-confidence. Because you can see, oh, I have this in my life. Next is self-motivation skills. So of course, uses for self-motivation is you're able to easily handle ups and downs in life, and then you are self-sufficient. You become more consistent, just in general. Because you're able to push yourself when you have self-motivation skills. So tips on how to have self-motivation skills. keep in mind your goals. That's why I said in the confidence kanina that you have to have your own goals. Kasi yun yung easiest way to push yourself. Because for me, like, sa akin dito, I have all of my travel goals behind me. And then nandun lang yung bed ko. Dito lang actually yung bed ko. So if I'm going to wake up, I can see my goals right away. I'm reminding myself, this is why I get up. This is why I want to do this. I actually I have a note here for myself that I said, it says, thank you, universe. Because that's something I want to always have, things that I am thankful for sa universe. So yun yung goal ko. Be aware of what you're feeding your brain. The same thing with choose your content. Is if you want to be someone who is motivated, probably don't listen to a lot of heartbreak songs. Probably don't watch too much news. Probably don't feed your brain negativity if you want to put out positivity because that's not possible. So be aware of what you're feeding your brain. Choose where you spend your energy on. So I'm pausing because it's a really big point. Choose where you spend your energy on. So, for example, for me, doing this live, doing this presentation, being able to teach you guys this, being able to actually give you guys value, I love that. That matutulog ako later nakasmile kasi I was able to help you guys. I chose that. I choose to spend my energy on this. If I was going to choose to be sad or feel trapped or restricted because I can't travel for the next few months or the next month at least, I'm just losing all of my energy there. So choose where you spend your energy. Choose what you focus on. You could because you can. You can unfollow all of those news items that you don't like following. You can unfollow friends who keep posting about how miserable their life is, or you can help them. Up to you. But choose where you spend your energy on. Only compare yourself to yourself. Ito yung kasi yung nangyayari, especially with Facebook and Instagram. And I know this. I'm so guilty of this. Now, of course, you will post the best things in your life. Kasi for me, it's for my branding. So I post like reviews from my students. Yung students ko nakakakuha ng guidance, for example. I post that kasi that's part of my branding. That's part of how I want people to see me. But I also sometimes, from time to time, I'll post stuff pertaining about how I'm going through depression or how I'm going through anxiety. And of course, I'll always put something, this is how I conquered it. This is how I did it better. So I'm only comparing myself with myself because if I look at other people's posts na they went to Japan, they went to Canada, they went to ano ba yung mga pinopost nila, hindi ka mamomotivate, diba? You don't want to get up. You like, oh, si Carla nga nakapunta na nun eh. Ako naman, nandito pa rin ako. If you keep doing that, you're not motivating yourself. You're parang, si Carla nagpo-post lang sa Facebook eh. She's not posting it for you. She's posting it generally for other people. You don't have to be caught up in that. So only compare yourself with yourself. And of course, baby steps. A lot of people want to dive in right away. And I love those people. I love people who just take action like go, 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 go. Pero baby steps. You can take baby steps. So a lot of people ask me what else is next for virtual ate. For example, do I want to make this big, huge conglomerate brand? I'm like, no. I want to make it baby steps. I want to teach different people. I want to test this out. I want to see if it's something that I actually love to do. Because then, yeah, I'll pursue it. I'll go through it. And that's how I treat almost anything in life. Is if I want to do something big, I start small. I take baby steps. Yung tagline ko at the end of my videos sa Virtual Ate is, remember that small steps matters. So, keep that in mind that with motivating yourself, you're not always going to be happy. You're not always going to be happy to get up. So, take baby steps to get yourself there. Decision making. Ito guilty ako eh. I have too many decisions sometimes eh. Sinabi ko nga kanina, I have 4 projects. Mabigat na yun eh. Pero, these are, again, you don't have to be perfect. I keep working towards being better. I always work into becoming a better person. So I'm not perfect at all. I don't claim to have all of these skills, but these are things that I do keep in mind. So when you have decision-making skills, it helps you save time and money, of course, because it's easier for you to just cut into a decision and actually, like one really, really, really bad example of if you don't have the right decision-making skills is you could keep an employee who's actually bad for your business for the longest time because you can't decide whether or not you should let go of them. So that's like wasting time and money for you and the employee. It increases self-confidence, so going back, because of course you can like, yes, I can do this. I can decide this. This is what I've decided. It develops critical thinking skills. So going back, it also helps you like solve problems. And then of course with time management, it moves you forward easily to the next thing. So hindi ka stuck. You're not just in one place for a long time. So tips on doing this is define the problem. If there's a problem to be solved, you want to ask perspective from others. Because that's the only, because again, the world is not just all of your problems. Someone else probably went through it just in a different way. So you want to ask perspective from others. You want to ask their way of thinking of it. Because something that happens to a lot of people that you guys may not realize is people have different realities. So let's say me, I think that I'm doing awesome, doing amazing. I'm not talking too fast. And then I see like, oh, I am talking too fast. Thank you. So you have to ask perspective from others because they have other life experiences. They went through other things in their life that you might have not gone through. But because you asked from them, you were able to find a shortcut. And then you ask yourself, what else is possible outside of this? What is not something that I don't see that could help with this problem? And then evaluate choices if you have the choices already in front of you, and then take action. Pause ko lang. Take action. Kasi this is something I'll say over and over again. Kasi yung teachability index is learning times action. If you have zero action, wala pa rin gamit yung learning mo. And then iterate. So iterate is basically know that you can change your mind. Know that you can't really fully go back, pero you can shift the system. You can shift and adapt into a way that you can maybe try something else. So just keep that in mind. Na nothing that you choose is locked down, unless it's of course something that you have to be responsible for. So I'm going to show you guys. This is called the decision tree. So when you decide, you kind of closed off kasi yung choice na yon. And of course, that's a thing a lot of people fear is when you say, first of all, do you want the book? Yes or no? If you say yes, you don't have the option for pizza anymore. But that's fine because then that would have been another decision tree for you. Did you like the book? Yes, no. So again, it's all about closing off the other options, so you don't have to think about it. So when you make decisions, make it fast. Go through it because then the only way that you know what's the end of the finish line is actually doing the run, diba? So this is what I wanted to show you guys the decision tree that you don't always have to regret the decision that you didn't take. Just move forward, go to the other way, go into the other route. There's always other routes that you can take. I think this is the last one. I think I lost count now. I should have put numbers on this, but it's okay. So leadership skills uses, of course, important if you want to move up in a company. Applicable to work or personal life. So, for example, for me, okay, I can remember now yung answer with MK's question where I came up with virtual ate. I'm actually the eldest of 4, and also the eldest of 10 cousins. So I'm used to the ate role. I'm used to be the person that people run to. There was a funny description I gave myself the other day. I'm everyone's panic button. So if there's something bad, ate, ate. So because through that I was able to learn leadership skills. Because I was able to know, okay, this is what the people need. So it's applicable in your work and your personal life. If whatever your personal life looks like, it teaches you a lot of yourself. If you're a leader, it teaches you about almost every other skill I just said comes into play when it comes to leadership skill. And of course, it's easier for self-development. It's easier to see what else you're capable of, how else you can grow. So tips, how to have leadership skills. Find a coach, find a leader, find someone else who's doing this or doing the thing that you want to do. So it could be you're just following someone on YouTube. So for example, for me, I follow Gary Vaynerchuk, I follow Brene Brown. I follow a lot of different people who have no idea who I am, but I treat them as my coach. I think of them as my coach. I read their books. I consume their YouTube videos. I consume, if they have a course that's cheap enough for me to buy, I get it. So find a coach. There's so many leaders out there. You don't have to invent the wheel. There's always going to be people who can give you a little bit of a map that you can follow to be able to become a leader. And then experiment with your leadership style. So I quickly learned that I'm not a micromanager. I do not like it at all, not even a little bit. I'm a very detail-oriented person. I like it when things do come together. Pero if I was going to check someone's time, if I was going to check how someone sent an email every time, that's going to drive me nuts. So, but some people, they're really effective micromanagers. So you want to find your leadership style, because I had to learn that I was not a micromanager the hard way, because people were expecting me to be a micromanager. I'm like, no, this is not for me. So experiment with your leadership style. Learn how to create systems. So not a lot of people know how to create systems. This is a topic I'm hoping to maybe cover in the next couple of months. I'm not sure if I actually listed this, but creating systems is another skill that you can put in whatever job that you have. So it's documenting things, it's putting things down, it's making sure that if it's a repeatable task, people actually know how to repeat it, even if you just hired someone off the street. Yung inside of our own company, we require if they're doing anything new, they have to document it. They have to put it in a Google Doc. And then if let's say we hire a replacement for them, let's say they're moving up in the company, then that person can easily get it without them having to verbally teach it to them. So learn how to create systems is very important if you want to be a leader. Start developing a vision. So even if you're just a manager, even if you're not the boss, John, I'm switching to Bisaya. If you're not really the boss, it's fine. You start developing a vision. You start developing what you want to see your division going or where your teammates want to go, because that's a very important part of leadership. You are leading them towards something. You're not just leading them wherever. There's a vision, there's an end goal, there's a place that you're leading them to go. And again, just repeating this a little bit from above, is you have to learn how to delegate effectively. It's learning how to actually give someone else task and monitoring and making sure that they have what they need. Because when you're a leader, kasi you're not anymore the person who's doing the technical stuff. When you're a leader, you're someone who's just monitoring and making sure that they have all that they need. So for example, for me, I have time to do this. I have time to do this live with you guys. Kasi I have given my team, my own our managers inside of the company, everything that they can ask for probably, unless there's anything that I didn't know. Of course, I can't know what I don't know. To be able to move forward even without me. Yung joke ko nga, that's a very bad joke. If I wiped off the face of the earth, okay pa lang sila. They would actually keep running for a few months, maybe a year even without me. That's how I've been able to systematize and able to effectively delegate to the different managers in our company that they're able to do that. I think the only thing na mahihirapan lang sila is the financial side because I'm the one who helps handle that. Yung accounts, of course. So I think yun lang yung side, how to pay themselves yung problema. But other than that, again, if I wipe off the face of the earth, everyone in our company will probably be fine. So that's a trait of a good leader is if you know how to delegate effectively. Yun talaga yung last. So these are my recommended reading. If you guys want to learn more about soft skills, these are books na if you guys want, I have copies because I am a semi-proud pirate. I have ebook copies of this book. I have also a physical copy because I also like to read on physical books. So these are books na you guys can probably find on Shopee. Actually, I've seen them on Shopee. So Mindset by Carol Dweck is a great book if you want to shift into finding what you love to do. How to Win Friends and Influence People is a great for communications. If you guys want to learn anything about communication, that's the book talaga na I would recommend to you guys kasi it taught me a lot about how to work with people, how to be able to network, how to be able to develop friendships with people as an adult. 1 Minute Manager is great if you want to learn how to be able to set goals with people, how to give feedback, whether that's good feedback or bad feedback. Linchpin is a lot of the really good soft skills I just said. So Linchpin is basically someone in the company who they do not want to let go even though you're the last straw. So a lot of people in different companies would say, I would rather, maybe yung funny joke, I would rather find a job. Like a boss would say, if you're a linchpin, if a boss would say, I would rather go back and then do a job that I hate, and then still keep you to start other businesses with you. If you get to that point, you're a linchpin. You're someone that your boss values. You're someone who they don't want to let go because you're such that person that they really want to keep. And then the last book is The Obstacle is the Way. That's just great for problem solving. If you want to learn problem solving, if you want to learn time management as well, a little bit. But The Obstacle is the Way is just, it's in the book. The timeless art of turning trials into triumph. So your obstacle is the way. So that is it. I'm not sure how long that was. Hindi ko ma-check. MK, you can tell
Yeah,
me how long that
okay.
was.
That's an hour. So
Oh.
almost an hour, which is a really good session, no? Ang dami kong na-realize, ang dami kong bagong natutunan. So for sure, from our members who are already working from home, feel the
Yeah.
same way. And of course, to our newbies, at least mas clear sa kanila with what soft skills they will be needing. Because in our free webinar on how to start working from home, I did tell them the difference between soft skills and hard skills. So I
That's
started
good.
from there. So it's a really good start now before we begin with our soft skills training or topics. Do you have idea now what's gonna be the next webinar topic for next month?
Actually, don't yet. Kasi, yun nga, I gave up with the content list, but I'm not 100% sure yet. So,
Okay,
if maybe you guys, if you have any other,
you guys can comment down.
yeah,
So
comment down if
we're Yeah, comment down. Give us the ideas. Which of the how many skills did you talk about earlier?
10. I went through 10. Yeah,
You went
leadership,
maybe yeah. So we have leadership skills.
yeah,
Maybe you can
leadership
comment
skills,
down which skill would you like to start
mm, focus
first. So
next time.
yeah,
Okay, wait,
but
I'll do
for
this.
me, yeah, as per my research, then it's communication skills that
Mm,
they really needed, especially pag interview nga. But if
mm,
you guys can help us decide kung pwede ba kaming communication skills na or you want us to start with a specific skill, go ahead and comment down, no? So, yeah, let's have a quick Q&A, but I really like yung mga napili mong soft skills because there's a lot
mm,
of soft skills, right?
mm,
Yung pinili mo, I think it's really good, especially to those na mga can I say na magma-manage ng team for example or
mm,
they're a supervisor or a manager or they plan to
mm,
excel in their field, no? So
mm.
even kahit nag-i-start lang, they can have that skill, no?
Yep.
And maybe they know that this skills na nag-exist but they don't know saang task gagamitin, which I
Mm-hmm.
think sobrang helpful na na-identify mo saang task siya puwedeng gawin, no? Or
Mm-mm.
kung paano ba ide-develop or gagawin yun. Really good examples na yan. Um, yeah, sige. So let's have questions in the comment section. Help us with your questions. Please comment it down. I also would like to let everyone knows na you're from Cebu, right? Nabanggit mo
Yes.
ba kanina? So,
Oo.
Leon is from
Naka,
Cebu.
I
Go
switched to
ahead.
Bisaya kanina eh. Really quick. Wait. I'm speaking Bisaya na.
Ayan, so to everyone who's watching from Cebu, hello. Uh, we will have our meetup soon once na okay na ang lahat. But we recently had our meetup twice na. Try
Yeah,
mo
that was
siguro
fun.
without me. But with me, nung nagbakasyon kami dyan, dalawa, as
Mm-mm.
far as I can remember. So kahit wala ako, since Leia naman is there, and then few of our members and encouragers, maybe you can
Mm-mm.
meet up in the future and makapag-coaching din kayo. So let's see if we have questions here. Ayan, it's not a question, but a congratulatory message. For
Thank
Mommy and
you.
Bertulfo and our new friend ni. We have a new friend here. Another generous woman, our ate, virtual ate. Yan. Ayan, perfect. Thank you so much mga mom. She's for your warm welcome to our um, new family member. Ayan.
Mhm.
Soft skills is our potentials. I've learned a lot. Ayan. So, mga
Yay.
momshies, if you have question, comment it down. Sayang naman ang ating Q&A. But let's continue reading positive comments here. Thank you to our virtual ate, Siksik Liglig sa
Yay.
knowledge. How about learn to create a system for the next topic?
Oh, yes, that's my
I was
favorite one.
thinking, Leanne,
Yeah.
I've tried doing a focus group discussion for
Mm-mm.
HR managers and recruiters, and it was actually a good way to gather insights, not just
Mm-mm.
for Fhmoms team, but I guess it's a good way to connect with other experts. Medyo bombarded na kasi tayo with a lot of programs and webinars in the group. But
Mm-mm.
maybe we can do a private event for you guys. We don't want them kasi majority of the members kasi in Fhmoms are newbies. And we don't
Mm-mm.
want them na mabombard. So maybe if we can do like a private uh, webinar na pwede rin i-post maybe sa Facebook but it's not gonna be broadcasted live sa Facebook group. Yeah,
Mm-mm.
sige, let's do that. But
Yeah,
yeah,
that's fine.
systems, interesting,
Okay.
interesting systems. There's a lot of coaches that organize a lot of training in regards with systems. Yeah,
Mm-mm.
everyone needs systems,
Of course,
especially
yeah.
ang dami ng mga businesses right now and
Mm-mm.
um Actually, ang dami ko ring nakikita who are interested in having their own digital agency.
Yes.
So, if you're interested in that, having systems is a good idea, no?
Mm.
And yeah, actually kahit personal mo na ano, right? You can have the systems, not just
Oh yeah.
with a huge team. So, let's see if they have comments or questions already. Lobat na ba na? Ba natin maano ng sarili natin 'to? Okay, sige, let's check and see. Ayan, ayan. I think we have a question here. Ito. Last ano na, last positive comment. Miss
Yay!
Leigh Ann at Mami MK, worth the time itong webinar. Well put through content, yung format madaling i-follow, and yung tips are practical and doable. 2 thumbs up.
Thank
Ang
you.
feedback, well, sa atin na mga madadaldal, mabilis talaga tayo magsalita. It's also my problem na super bilis magsalita. But I guess
Oh.
mas na-beat mo ako, Leigh. Congratulations. But maybe siguro next time, we will try na mas bagalan lang ng konti. But sobrang excited kasi kami. So, patawarin nyo na kami. Sobrang excited kami na ma-beat yung time and matuto kayo or
Yes.
marami kayong matutunan from us. So, medyo
Mm.
galing-galingan nyo na lang. It's actually a practice in your listening skills. Dahil,
Pwede rin. Part of
kasi
communication skills.
there's a lot of employers or clients na sobrang bibilis magsalita tapos yung
Mm.
accent pa. So, yeah, masanay na lang siguro kayo.
Meron nga akong French ng client na sometimes talaga
Right?
I
Ay,
just have to
grabe.
listen to, re-record ko na lang yung Zoom and then I listen to him
For
like again
real?
na lang.
Ang
Kasi I'm like,
bilis
ano
pa
yung
naman, tapos
sinabi?
tuloy-tuloy.
Oo. Ano sinabi niya? Wait.
Grabe, oh, yeah, I have a friend rin na French, tapos, grabe, hindi mo na maintindihan, pipikit ka na lang. Tango-tango ka. Pero it's important ha, yung listening skills din aside from, it's part of communication skills.
Mm.
Actual task naman po next. O, papahinga mo naman kami, Mami Julie, but we'll see kung ano pa yung mga pwede nating i-add. But abangan nyo yung ating, what's this? Next na ganap tomorrow, which is a panel interview naman with our successful students. Wherein kahit papaano ma-inspire kayo, makarelate kayo, and to help you rin identify ano yung field na pwede sa inyo, no? Or course, maybe if you're interested to take online courses ng Fhmoms. Maybe and you can also invite them with I believe you have like a 1 week na challenge, is that right? Or
Oh.
do you have any other things to promote your YouTube channel while waiting for the others na magtanong? Ayan,
Okay.
go ahead, Leigh.
I guess because I don't want to, of course, I don't want to take too much away of your tips. Pero yeah, I'm doing a work anywhere virtual challenge. It's a 10-day challenge where I'll teach people how to work from home. Yung pinaka basic na basic na basic.
Cool.
Pero ate will hold your hand. So, and then of course,
Mm-mm.
my YouTube channel, I'll scroll ko doon yung presentation para makita niyo guys. Um, yeah. If you guys are interested, yun lang. If gusto niyo
Someone
lang.
suggested magkaroon raw ng maybe a webinar on how to speak slowly. That well, we're not the right person to do that. We'll try to find another person. We
We'll
also
invite
need
someone
to
else.
listen. Yeah, but that's a good one. Funny. Sige, let's see. Yeah, this one. Like, there's a question, but I guess this one is something na personal. Are you also a
Coffee holic.
coffee holic? Ako medyo naglalo ako ng konti. How about you?
Most days, no. Pero I
Nag-milk
only
ka
had
po?
milk tea today. Milk tea.
Yeah,
Nag-milk
milk
tea
tea
naman
naman. Ako
today.
milk talaga.
Thank
Cool.
thank God for Food Panda. And then I also have I don't know, I would recommend this to you guys
What's
if you
that?
want to go into it. Dark chocolate. Because dark
Mhm.
chocolate helps your brain. Um, dark chocolate helps your brain be clear. So before nito, I actually ate one really fast and then drank water. So yeah, dark chocolate yung nakaka-hyper sa akin most days. And then of course, just the passion to teach and give you
Right.
guys the most.
There's a follow-up question then
Mm.
by this mom. Aside from motivations mo, yung mga travel goals mo, specifically every day, what pushes you to get up and work? A trivia maybe. Ako,
Um,
sige, go ahead. Ikaw muna. I'll answer din dahil bida-bida ako.
I guess yung what else pushes me to get up and work. I think yung curiosity. Curiosity
Yeah.
of what else could happen. Curiosity na
Mm.
ano pa yung possible. What could this day bring me? I think yun.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Ako siguro kasi I have a vision din kasi of things that I do right now. So for me, if I stop of if I don't do it, parang malulungkot ako super kasi talagang
Mm.
nilolook forward ko yung visions ko, yung goals ko na mangyari siya. And
Mm.
yeah, siguro yun yung pinaka nakakapagpa-motivate sa akin and I don't wanna fail my family, my husband, my baby na makita
Mm.
niya yung mom niya na sumuko and all. So
Mm.
yeah, I guess siyempre money naman is
Another
one of our
motivation.
motivation, our bills
Yeah.
are there. But yeah, I guess yun for me.
Mm.
May isa ang saya ng questions natin, ah. So another question here, how to manage conflict especially between two valid points or arguments? Hmm,
Mm.
it's a good
Very
question. Very
oh,
serious.
I'm usually
How to
the
manage conflict
mediator pa
between
naman.
two valid points? Is there an example for this one? Maybe, mommy, Facebook user, maybe you can help
Mm.
us with a specific topic. Maybe this is a situation na you're experiencing. We don't know, but maybe
Mm.
if it's specific pa, then we can help. Conflict, especially two valid points.
Mm.
I think
Mabuti yung
makakatulong
example.
dito yung ano, yung pag, 'di ba, did you mention about decision making or
Mhm. Like
decision
not
making
involved.
or even the systems eh. Kasi if you have like a system in terms of decision making and then pero minsan din kasi no, even if alam mo naman na kung ano yung mga options mo or gagawin mo, sometimes meron kang nami-miss na
Mm.
valid na pwede mong gawin. However, hindi mo lang na-figure out. So it's also good to ask other people
Mhm.
um, para mas marami lang kayong ideas on how you can choose between two two situations or two options kung
Conflicting,
alin yung
oh.
mas okay, no? So, siguro sa akin yun, kasi pag hindi ko kinakaya or alam ko sa sarili ko na hindi ko talaga siya alam,
Mm.
nagtatanong talaga ako. Hindi ko siya pinipilit na susubukan ko na lang para malaman ko. May mga gano'n ako na susubukan ko na lang para malaman ko. Pero
Mm.
since ang dami ng involved, especially if it's working for a company na maraming shareholders, meaning to say, it's not just you and the boss, but may mga
Mm.
employees pa and other stuff, no? So, yeah, I guess it's good na magkaroon siya ng solid na discussion sa iba,
Mm.
hindi lang ikaw.
Yun
What
nga,
do you think, Ryan?
dito, number two, ask perspective from others. Yun talaga.
Yeah, gano'n talaga. Hindi mo siya puwedeng sariliin, especially kung sabi mo nga, eh, parehong valid, so medyo nakakalito 'yun kung pareho silang valid. For sure merong best na option, meron at
Oh, yeah.
meron palagi. So i-ano mo, timbangin mo.
Mm.
So may mga suggestions tayo kung ano yung mga puwede nating i-topic 'yan, communication skills and self-confidence. Ayan, mukhang pare-pareho naman.
How to handle
Another one
rejection.
here, how to handle
Yeah.
rejections instead see it as an opportunity to excel in the chosen career. How do you handle rejections sa work ka, not love?
Mm.
Charot.
Heavily committed, 9 years na kami ng boyfriend ko eh.
I know, I
So, I'm
know. So
good.
wala na tayong masyadong, but for sure ang sakit siguro no kapag ano pareho no magkasabay pa may mga nangyayaring ganyan. So how do you handle rejections sa work? I'm thinking of a situation kung meron ba. Mapalad ako, hindi ako masyadong reject eh. But yeah, I have one ano, rejection in an interview. Medyo siguro naging OA lang ako in answering maybe or so I'm applying for a social media na manager na position and then while checking their website and stuff like that. Nagbigay pa ako ng comment about sa website. So parang feeling niya parang too much na yung binabato ko sa kanya. No,
Mm-mm.
so because of that, and then because of my headset na rin, it didn't work. Nagkaproblema rin sa Skype. So parang dahil doon, hindi niya ako inaccept. So sinabi naman niya which is good, pero I got rejected. So medyo naiyak-iyak ako ng very light after the interview. Pero after naman nun, ayun, nakabawi naman ako nun. Tapos medyo pinag-isipan ko na lang din na, yeah, medyo off nga yung ginawa ko and all. So mas better naman na the next interviews. So pag
Mm.
mga gano'n, namnamin niyo lang yung mga moments na anong sobrang down kayo because of what happened. Pero balik rin kayo dun sa kung saan kayo nag-start and tuloy-tuloy lang.
Mm.
Ikaw, Leyan?
Yung sa akin talaga, when it comes to rejection, yung number one talaga na tip is don't take it personally. Yun yung
Right.
main. Kasi, for example, and I said it actually during yung interview video na I did, you could be the perfect applicant, you could say the right things, you could be, ikaw yung feeling mo, ikaw yung pinaka-fit for their company, pero they'll usually reject
May
you
iba lang
for,
silang hinahanap, right?
mm,
May iba lang
yeah.
silang hinahanap.
Mm. So yun lang. Kaya keep in mind that they're not rejecting you as a person. They might be. Pero hindi mo lang isipin na ganun.
Right, right, right. Tsaka lagi ko sinasabi sa kanila, Leia, na these employers naman or clients, let's say may ginawa kang hindi maganda or hindi ka ganun kagaling during your first interview, hindi ka naman yan masasaktan or what. Maybe may magsasalita sa inyo ng masama and sobrang nakakasakit, no?
Mm-mm.
Pero katulad nga ng sinabi nila, hindi naman siya personal. Hindi rin nila kayo masasaktan or
Oo,
hindi rin naman
especially.
nila ilalabas yung tungkol sa interview niyo. So, pagkatapos ng interview na yun na let's say hindi siya gano'n kaganda, hanggang
Mm-mm.
dun na lang yun. Huwag niyo nang dalahin sa bahay o sa labas
Mm-mm.
or sa next interview niyo. Mas masama
Oh, yeah.
yun,
Mm-mm.
snowball effect kayo nun. So, it's a no-no.
Mm-mm.
Um, yeah, so to those na kakapasok lang, you can watch the recording or replay in our YouTube channel and in our Facebook group. Ayan, sobrang dami daw nilang natutunan and
Yay.
na-realize. So are we gonna share your slide presentation sa Fhmoms ba? Or
Yeah,
maybe
okay
you can
lang.
just review. Okay, sige. Good. But
I'm super okay.
yeah, we'll be happy to share daw. All right.
Mm-mm.
How do you manage work from home despite distractions at home? Mom of two plus I'm the eldest of four. I'm just curious, Leanne, do you have, I don't know, pets or roommate or kung ano man?
Luckily for me, yung pinaka-distraction ko lang is I do live with, like, yung boss ko si Tom and then two other managers. And then sometimes they will just
Mm.
knock on my door. Kahit ito nga during our whole live, I've heard the door knock twice. And then,
Ah,
meron akong teddy bear.
sorry to.
Yun yung
Ah,
ginagawa ko. Meron akong teddy bear sa labas. Nakahang lang sa door ko. And then it has a sign that says, recording or on a call. Yung ginagawa ko to
ah,
how to handle if I'm really doing something on video. Yung pet ko lang, I just have a turtle. Yun lang yung pet ko. So,
mm.
hindi siya distracting.
Hindi naman
Naka-cage
siya
lang siya.
maingay.
Hindi naman. So, okay lang siya doon.
Okay, okay. So, yeah, cool. Sige. So, you're a turtle mom pala, ha? Very, how old na how old na yung turtle niyo diyan?
1 year and a half.
Oh,
Laki-laki na
ayan.
eh. Sa hand ko. When we bought it, parang ang liit-liit niya eh. Nakahalo na, I was scared nga it would fall through our sink nga eh. Kasi ngayon, ang
Mm.
laki-laki na.
Galing. Ayan, sige. Ayan na si baby. So, what other questions do we have here? Ayan. Will start my executive assistant job soon. What can you suggest po on my start date para maging maganda impression ko kay
Hmm.
client? I like this question. Dun
Yeah.
ka inaalala ko yung mga first day ko sa work. Usually call din talaga yun either
Mm-mm.
first day of your training or first day introduction about the company and the rest of the team members maybe. So, if you can do a little research about your boss, for sure ginawa
Mm-hmm.
niyo na yun during the interview. But if you could stalk them sa LinkedIn maybe or sa inyong sa Facebook, no?
Mm-mm.
And as per your team members baka dun niyo lang din sila makilala, but it's good na una pa lang you can have light conversation na with them kahit una pa lang. Say
Mm-mm.
hi to your new teammates and chat them that you're happy na winelcome nila kayo. Ikaw sa company, no? I always do that na I message them na thank you so much for the warm welcome, ganyan. So,
Mm-mm.
pero during the call, chill lang. Just listen to whatever your boss is talking about.
Mm-mm.
Okay, go ahead. Anything you want to add?
Well, if this is our con, it's funny kasi executive assistant, yun yung business namin. We're outsourcing yung
Right,
executive assistant. So, I guess yung first, yun nga, perfect yung sinabi mo na research the boss, you research the company. If you are an EA kasi, what happens usually is ikaw yung nagiging barrier between the boss and everyone else. I've
right,
seen that happen. I have my own EA. Tom has his own EA then. And then, they're usually, yung nangyayari kasi, if one employee is too shy to ask me something, doon mag-a-ask sa assistant ko kay Heidi. They were like, Heids, can you tell this to Miss Lee? And then siya na lang yung
mm,
mag-relay sa akin. So that's another thing to kind of be more prepared and be more open. Is sabihin mo nga, you guys can be more open in communication. So you can say, maybe kung if it's a group call, for example, oh, you guys can contact me here, I'm available. Parang you're already giving, inuunahan mo na lang sila nga. If you guys want to chat, if you guys want to communicate with me, this is how you can do it. And then show lang na you're open, that you're someone who
right,
wants to learn, who wants to quickly be integrated into the company and stay. Kasi yun yung
right,
isa,
right. I
you're
like that.
thinking of, yeah, if you're thinking of being there for 2 years for an EA, that's kind of hard to do because they want to have someone who's dependable.
Yeah, I also have an EA, so I like it every time my VA would tell me na MK, just let me know kapag may gusto kang
Mm-hmm.
ipagawa, ganyan. If
Mm-hmm.
may mga workload pa dyan na pwede ko pang gawin para mas malesen yung workload mo, just give it to
Yep.
me. Yun. Which is for me, 'di ba, as an employer, you should know that as well, ayan, na
Mm-mm.
sobrang sarap sa feeling na, "Oh my God, meron pala akong puwedeng pagpasahan." Kasi sometimes,
Mm-mm.
even though meron tayong executive VA natin, sometimes we tend to, forget na nandiyan pala sila and we still do the
Mm-mm.
task ourselves,
Yeah,
'no? So,
I
yeah,
fall
so
into that
ano niyo lang,
talaga.
check niyo lang din palagi si client or yung mga teammates niyo na, "Uy guys,
Isa na,
baka may gusto kayong ipagawa sa'kin," ganyan.
mm-mm.
Sige, let's try to answer other questions here. Ang kulit ng how to speak slowly din. Uy, ibig sabihin, Leigh Ann, marami tayong katulad na ano, mga rappers na mabibilis
Fast
magsalita.
talker.
So, guys, sige, let's see. Tingnan natin, mag-practice tayo magdahan-dahan. Pero, but your YouTube videos, hindi naman siya super fast. Itong webinar natin, I guess, super fast.
I think,
Are you modulating din sa ako kasi when it's
yeah,
live,
ako,
ang bilis ko talaga, eh, ang bilis ko talaga magsalita
mm,
din.
nai-excite eh.
Sobrang excited. And I
Oo.
think we have another question here na medyo mahaba-haba. Hold on for a
Mm.
sec. Ito. What can you advise for someone like me na sobrang mahiyain magsalita? Bago ka ba dumaldal, yan, before ba hindi ka rin masyadong masalita?
Madaldal lang ako with friends lang, yun lang.
With friends lang. So,
Mm.
sabi niya dito, what can you advise for someone like me na sobrang mahiyain magsalita in front of other people? Baka madaldal to sa friends
Mm.
niya lang. Minsan I wanted to speak up. In my mind, I have already processed what I'm going to say, but when I open my mouth, wala na din. Andyan nabubulol na ako or di ko ma-explain ng mabuti yung gusto ko sabihin dahil sa nervyos. Siguro maganda pag naisip mo siya, sabihin mo na agad. Kasi may mga ganun din ako eh, kung kailan ko siya iniisip kung paano ko sasabihin. Pag sinabi ko tuloy, nabubulol din ako. Parang mas okay kapag nailabas mo lang siya agad. What do you think? Ayan.
Yung sa akin kasi, I was the same way. Like, meron akong bloopers somewhere in my Google Drive na, like, when I started doing the videos, na pinupush pa ako physically not harsh, pero pinupush ako ni Tom na mapupunta ako in front of the camera kasi I just wanted to be behind the scenes. I'm like, no,
Right.
i-text mo lang ako, I'm okay. And then, it's, yung pinaka-easiest way to get over that is practicing. So,
Mm.
for different people, I would recommend na yung ginawa ko kasi extreme kasi one video a day for 3 months. Yun yung ginawa ko to get over the shyness. And of course,
Mm.
doing Freedom Summit where we spoke in front of 150 people, yun yung ginawa ko. Extreme kasi yung how I got over my own shyness. Pero for you, yun lang yung 'di ba yung first slide with writing and communication skills. Yung practice. Yung always, you can even talk to yourself in the mirror. Okay lang din yan.
Yeah.
You can create videos on your phone and never post it. You don't have to post it. Pero yung practicing lang na how to articulate. Kasi yun nga, especially for introverts, we're really fast in picking things up in our mind or writing it up. Mas easier tayo if you're writing it kasi merong pause. Pero when it comes to talking talaga, it's weird. It's like, okay, am I actually gonna make sense to these people? So practice lang talking to yourself. Practice talking to other people, going on weird, kasi isa din na ginawa ko para makapractice is I went through a lot of different video calls all at once din para mag-gets ko talaga how to, for example, when we were starting out yung remote executive assistant na business, I went in so many calls with people nga, ngayon I can describe our business so articulately. Yung the other day, I did nag-podcast interview ako with someone, she said nga, I've never heard someone who can easily explain their business. And then in my head, I'm like, it's because I've explained it over and over again to other people.
Right.
So,
Exactly.
yeah,
Exactly.
so think of that as your end goal na as the more you practice, the more na mabulol ka, the more na you stumble over your words, the better you're actually going to be in the end.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So yeah, I totally agree, no. Even with interviews, no, I remember when I was in Ludi, Diyos ko yung isang araw ko ilang interviews yun. Tapos almost every day may interview. So talagang mahahasa ka, no. And about naman the things that you do. For example na lang our free webinars or my monthly webinar. Imagine it's a 4-hour webinar. And halos kabisado ko na siya and all, no. And I was able to manage na ma-simplify yung mga bagay-bagay. Pero
Mm-mm.
imagine niyo muna kung ilang hours in total yun every month tapos kung kailan man ako nag-start. So,
Mm-mm.
sobrang laking bagay talaga na paulit-ulit yung gawin yung isang bagay,
Oh yeah.
right?
Mm-mm.
Yeah. We have another, it's a suggestion actually. So, Mami, Mildred, actually we have a free webinar na ginawa ko nung Monday. I guess you miss it. Pero I have a step-by-step na guide there na for resume and for cover letter. We also have templates or samples na pwede mong i-check. However, Leigh Ann here has 10-day na work from home challenge that I believe na i-discuss din po. Am I right,
Mm-mm.
Leigh Ann?
Yeah. It's
Okay, cool.
bibigay ako ng yun same na what you're doing. I give instant feedback sa resume.
Right.
Uh, so that's part of it kasi niya I design talaga yung challenge
Is
na
there
if you
is
have
there
no
a
idea.
is there a
Hmm?
limit for the number of challengers or wala naman?
It's yung thing that I have to put out is it is a paid challenge, hindi siya yung
Mm. Sige, go ahead.
specific.
Feel
Yeah.
free. Feel free
So,
to announce. No worries.
okay. So it's a paid challenge right
Mm.
now. Yesterday actually yung last day for the early bird. So you guys can just go to yung website ko lang na shortcut siya, leanlai.com. So leanlai.com/work anywhere. Ito lang, work anywhere.
Mm.
And then I will walk people through step by step. I will help them with their social media branding and on. So if you really have nothing, that's the way nga I designed the
Mm.
challenge.
The program. Cool.
Mm-mm.
Sige.
Thank you.
Actually, maganda kasi when you participate in this kind of program mentioned by Leah, no? Kasi our webinar kasi is like for everyone. It's open for everyone. However, if you wanted na kahit papaano may makakausap kayo, I believe may mga calls naman to for sure, Leah, no? So, sa
Mm.
webinar kasi natin, it's just me talking. But if you wanted na mapacheck, though we also have our own feedback day on weekends. And yes, check namin siya ng not just me, but the rest of the team and the volunteer critics, which is helpful. Pero if you wanted na intense na checking, that's something that you can also
Mm.
consider. No? So, sobrang dami niya ng options. My goodness. Let's do this, mga mamshis. Minsan nangyayari din ba yung parang naninervyos ka tuloy out of focus? Hindi lang minsan, madalas.
Until now. Until now, sometimes.
Kahit ano, kahit hindi lang sa interview, kahit during meetings 'no, 'pag sabaw na ta's you work for the whole day and then magme-meeting kayo and then you're like, "Ha, saan na tayo, anong gagawin na?" But yeah,
Nangyari. Yes, that's
kaya
still
naman. Yeah,
okay.
okey lang 'yun.
Yeah.
Caring-carry. What is your take on multitasking?
Oh.
May ano ka ba rito, like, I believe Katie or mommy trainer, meron siyang blocking na tinatawag. For sure
Mm,
natutunan niya rin 'to with other yeah,
mm.
maybe you can explain about that,
Yeah, I
Leanne,
had it
that
earlier
blocking.
in the, which one? Yung time management skill. The
Right,
first
right.
two, yung time blocking. Other than that, it's okay to multitask, pero you have to keep in mind that when you change projects, it's two different shift talaga. Let's say you're learning how to color and you're learning how to learn numbers. Um, it takes 7 minutes. I might be wrong, but I didn't remember. It actually takes your brain 7 minutes to fully switch. So yung brain mo takes so much of that time. So when you do 5 different tasks at once, na it takes your brain 7 minutes every time to switch, you could end up having 1 hour just to switch your brain into the task. So it really depends on that person. For me, I'm very talented in multitasking. That's why I have to really control it then because I sometimes go through a day multitasking lang and wala akong na done. It just
Natatapos.
felt productive. So that's why I went with the yung time blocking. Pero yun nga, you have to keep that in mind that when you're multitasking, it takes your brain 7 minutes to fully switch. So sayang yan na time to be thinking about other things when you're trying to switch.
Mhm. Ako naman, I haven't tried yung blocking na strategy. So, nasa mode pa rin ako ng multitasking and that minsan nawiwili ako with a particular task and I tend to forget yung iba pang task. So, yeah, medyo magulo pa. I'm still figuring out kung ano yung system na perfect for me. But, yeah, if you're used to multitasking, then go ahead. Ang pinaka maganda naman or ang pinaka target naman is to finish the job. Take action and finish the job.
As
So,
long as done.
yeah.
Hindi na parang busy
Mm.
ka lang pero wala kang na done.
Oo,
Mm.
mahirap 'yun. Sige. So, we're ending the live, webinar since we mentioned naman na, yung mga puwede niyong i-follow kay Leigh Ann and then sa Fhmoms alam niyo naman na yung mga program namin. We're ending at 6, so we still have 6 minutes to answer your questions, alright? So, yeah, we still have work. But we'll be happy to answer your questions naman in the comments even after this webinar. As a newbie po, mahirap po ba mag-apply for VA? Need po ba ng 4 years or may experience na? I don't remember a company looking for a job na may 4 years na experience dapat. But maybe may mga ganon na nagre-require na may experience ka and all that. If ganon ka-strict yung company when it comes to the experience, then pass muna with that. Don't feel bad about it. Pero yeah, what do you think, Leanne?
Well, when it comes to being a VA, yun nga, there will be people who does need na mayroong experience that they know, like for example, they know how to organize Google Drive files. Example lang, weird example. Pero there will be people and then if you have, and this goes back to what I just thought, if you have the right soft skills, it doesn't matter. So, for example, like MK, you met Carmela, right? Yung last year, yung
Yeah,
EA.
yeah, yeah. I met her.
She has no VA or EA. She's an EA. She's an executive assistant for Tom. She had no other experience other than learning how. She graduated na yung HR, not HR, HRM. She graduated
Mhm.
HRM and then she became Tom's, until now is still Tom's assistant. So she had no experience, but she had the soft skills. She was able to
Mhm.
she's really good at time management. She's really good at task management for herself. So it
Cool.
you don't have to have it as long as you kind of have the yung soft skills, yung drive mo, then you can get the job then.
Cool. Do you do OJTs? It seems like VAs go on their own. Is it possible that before actually applying, the aspirant should go out in an OJT? Actually, FH runs as an OJT. So,
Mhm.
aside from our training program, we're what's this? We're improving our apprenticeship program to cater local and international entrepreneurs and business owners. May mga ilang courses kami na may successful na apprenticeship. However, for an apprenticeship program 2.0, we wanted na lahat sana ng students. No, though it's not required, but if you wanted it, then we hope na maging available sa inyo. So, yeah. How about you, Leanne? Do you have like an apprenticeship or OJT program in your company?
If someone applies before, yes, pero when it comes to like if you're trying to work from online like for the first time, the one of the first things that I actually recommend if you just want to get experience is work for free. It sounds so
Yeah.
weird, pero that's the fastest way that you can get experience is be willing to work for
Yeah.
free, be willing to give value because then let's say yung dream company mo, ito yung you've been dreaming of working for them for years and years, and then but they're not hiring specifically for you.
Yeah.
If you say, okay, I want to learn, I want to work for free, very rarely will they say no because you're free work. So if you
Right.
really want to go into a job, and then you're okay, you're of course you're financially okay, someone support will be able to support you if you work for free, then go for it. Yun talaga yung best advice if you want to get
Right.
experience.
Right.
And
Here. Here in the freelancing industry, no? So, baka maka-receive kami ng backlash or mabash kami or whatever for saying this. But siguro, let me just add, Leia, na instead of saying na you will work for them free, maybe you can pitch to them na, hey, I can work with you for a couple of, let's say, months or days, and then mag-deal tayo na you will not pay me. So obviously it's free. It's free. Pero maybe you can give me like a testimonial, or maybe you can share to your friends na I have the services na na-prove mo na maganda siya and all. So without
Mhm.
saying directly na we understand that it's gonna be free. Kakasabi lang namin. But gumawa kayo ng magandang system, balik tayo dun sa system or deal or ex-deal, whatever you want to call it, na just to get that experience that you wanted. Pero kasi
Yeah.
ako, even with your own business or a friend's business, as long as kayo yung trumabaho nun, that's considered as an experience na if you're a newbie. No? So, yun lang naman yung for us. So,
I
it's
I
something.
I agree with that 100%. Yun talaga
Yeah.
na ask
Yeah.
for a testimonial, ask for feedback post, yung LinkedIn mo, palagyan mo ng
Recommendations.
recommendation. Yun.
True, true.
Yeah.
Yeah, and no, since this employers, they knew na hindi sila makakapag-pay ng malaki, for example, especially if bago rin sila, pero they would be kind enough for them na i-refer kayo sa mga friends nila na may kaya or kayang mag-pay. So yun yung habulin nyo. Kasi yung mga business owners na yan, maybe some of them are just starting out with their business, pero yung network nila, yung mga kakilala nila, yun yung solid. So, bigyan nyo rin ng timbang yun, no? So, that's how you do it. Mas konti yata job opportunities sa writing. I don't think so. Ang dami
Hmm.
nag-hire ng content writer sa FH Moms din. Ang
Oo.
konti nga ng writer sa FH Moms eh. You should enroll sa content writing natin na course, or you can attend our free webinar. Do you agree na konti lang? Leia,
No, I've in the
there's
last
a
week,
lot.
in the last week, I have 5 different friends ask me, "Hey, do you know a writer?" I'm like, "Wait, I don't want to write myself, pero here is
Right.
another person." No, it's um a guy actually. If you really want to learn more about that, a guy I fully recommend. He just put out a video about this. Sean Ogle, Seanogle. I follow so many people. He is like the person, if and he has a list of 100 job sites that you can go through as a writer if you want to apply, and there's so many people kasi yung ginagawa na lang natin is we're reading articles, we're watching videos, so there is so much influx of people who want content right now, so yeah.
Mm-hmm, Cool. So it's already 6 o'clock. I'm really sorry, mga momshies, but makakasama and makikita niyo pa naman ulit si Virtual Ate next month. This is every,
First
anong day
Wednesday.
nga ngayon? Every first Wednesday of the
Mm.
month. So abangan niyo na. My webinar is every first Monday. So sunod-sunod yan. So Wednesday for Leigh Ann, abangan niyo siya. But if you wanted her na makasama niyo siya every day, I believe, daily ba ang yung vlogs? Ayan, not
uh,
naman.
it used to be, no, pero yung videos ko I put it out every Sunday and Thursday na ngayon.
But I can see your posts and tips naman din online. So I guess just follow lang Leia, no? So
Mm.
yeah, I guess we're good. We will just answer your questions in the comment section. Thank you so much mga momshies,
So,
titas, at ating mga students dyan. Bye-bye!
hi.
Bye! Eh,